There's a certain kind of person who doesn't raise their voice, even when everything around them collapses. They don't rush to defend themselves. They don't panic. They simply breathe, as if they've stood in this storm before. You've met someone like that. Someone wrapped in a silence that feels unshakable. While others fall apart, they remain grounded, steady, almost untouchable. Most people misunderstand this calmness. They assume it's detachment or lack of emotion. But real calmness isn't the absence of feeling. It's what happens when emotion meets understanding. These people feel deeply. They just don't react impulsively anymore. Because they learned, often painfully, that panic solves nothing. They tried controlling everything once: people, outcomes, timing, and the world taught them the same lesson again and again. Life doesn't bend just because you want it to. So instead of fighting the storm, they learned to stand inside it. Calmness is emotional wisdom. It's the result of knowing yourself so well that emotion no longer hijacks your mind. Psychologists call this emotional regulation, but that phrase misses the soul of it. It's not suppression, it's fluency. Calm people speak the language of their own emotions. They can feel anger without exploding, sadness without sinking, uncertainty without losing balance. Inside their mind is a quiet voice that says, "This too will pass," not out of blind optimism, out of memory. They've lived enough life to know that storms fade, pain softens, and reacting in panic only deepens the wound. Their strength isn't loud. It's the quiet strength of restraint, knowing that not every insult deserves a reply, not every conflict deserves your energy, and not every moment demands your reaction. But why are some people able to stay calm, while others break open at the slightest pressure? Part of the answer lies in the brain. The amygdala, the center of fear, becomes more balanced in people who've practiced awareness or survived emotional intensity. Their prefrontal cortex steps in faster, giving them a moment of pause between feeling and reacting. That pause is their superpower. It lets them hear something hurtful without striking back, sit in uncertainty without rushing to fill the silence, think clearly while others drown in noise. Most calm people didn't learn this from books. Life taught them, heartbreak taught them, mistakes taught them. They grew tired of overreacting, apologizing, regretting, tired of giving energy to everything that didn't deserve it. Eventually, peace became more important than being right. But calmness isn't always effortless. Sometimes the calmest people hide the deepest storms. Their peace wasn't gifted, it was built, forged in nights where their thoughts spiraled, in days where they carried weight alone, in moments where silence was the only safe place. Calm people aren't emotionless, they're emotionally matured. They think differently. They zoom out. They see patterns where others see chaos, lessons where others see problems. They've stopped trying to force life to their timeline. Instead, they trust its rhythm. What looks like indifference is often acceptance, an understanding that resisting reality only multiplies suffering. Calm people protect their inner world like something sacred. They know the world outside is loud and unpredictable, but the world inside doesn't have to be. That's why they appear as if they live in a different dimension, because they do. It's the space between stimulus and response, the split second where they decide whether to feed chaos or choose peace. Their calmness might have begun as self-protection, a shield, a survival strategy. But over time, that shield became wisdom, and that wisdom became power. They learned their triggers, they understood their patterns. Stillness became clarity, not emptiness. And their presence changes rooms. They don't demand attention. They don't match the noise around them. They lower it simply by existing. There's something magnetic about someone who refuses to be thrown around by every wave. Calm people know that arguing rarely changes minds, worrying rarely prevents anything, and reacting quickly rarely helps. So they pick their battles. They conserve their energy. They let go, not out of apathy, but out of understanding the cost of holding on. They've already survived what you're panicking about. They've experienced heartbreak, loss, rejection, fear, and discovered that life continues. They stopped expecting life to be fair, and that alone dissolved half the chaos. They learned that pain without resistance is just pain, but pain with resistance becomes suffering. So they stopped resisting and started flowing. Calmness isn't passive. It's the highest form of control of oneself. They anchor themselves to perspective, not panic. They learn that the world can be unpredictable, but their response doesn't have to be. Their routines reflect that. A quiet morning, a slow walk, a cup of tea, a moment of silence before sleep. These aren't habits, they're anchors. Predictability strengthens the mind, stillness resets it. And here's the paradox. Calm people are often some of the most emotional souls, but their emotions have matured. Their sadness becomes reflection, their anger becomes clarity, their fear becomes trust. They transform emotion into awareness, the core of real calm. Calmness also changes how others treat you. When you don't react emotionally, you become harder to manipulate. Chaos can't control someone who won't join it. People reveal their truth in the silence you create. Patience becomes a form of intelligence. Calm people understand that time reveals what emotion hides. They don't chase instant answers. They let truth breathe. Ask a calm person what made them this way, and they'll say, "I just got tired. Tired of noise. Tired of overthinking. Tired of battles that burned more than they healed." So they chose peace deliberately. The world praises loud success but ignores quiet strength. Yet calm people often carry the deepest wisdom. They listen differently. They see differently. They understand through stillness what others miss in noise. Calmness isn't the result of an easy life. It's the result of understanding life. It's choosing to return to yourself no matter how loud the world gets. It's surfacing from emotion instead of drowning in it. It's the realization that happiness and pain are both temporary visitors. And that peace isn't found at the end of the storm, it's found inside it. So if you've been told you're too calm, take it as a compliment. It means you've mastered the quiet strength most people never learn. It means you can see the storm without becoming it. It means you've turned stillness into power. Calmness is not emptiness. It's fullness without noise. It's emotion without chaos. It's strength without shouting. And it's one of the rarest forms of power you'll ever find.